Real talk, real life, real sisters, and real Southern. Welcome to Southern Sisters. We're Megan, Lindsay, Courtney, and Evie. 4 sisters with 16 kids between us, running small businesses, chasing big dreams, and keeping it real along the way. Each week, we're diving into all things self-care, motherhood, business, and faith, sharing the good, the messy, and the hilarious moments that come with it. Whether you're striving for balance, chasing your dreams, or just trying to keep the kids fed, we're here to remind you that you're not alone. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's chat.
This is our business week, and we are so excited to talk about productivity hacks for moms and mompreneurs. Okay, so let's talk about this. First, we have our icebreaker question before we jump in.
The breaking of ice.
Let's do it. Lindsay has the question this time. Lindsay, what is our question for the week?
What is something that has embarrassed you?
That was my question.
That was Courtney's question.
Oh, piss. What was my question again?
Yours was the business one, but we don't have time for...
No. We can just...
wait, we can just...
Oh yeah, yours is like what?
Well,
what
it's business. That would be perfect.
Oh.
What business
Yeah.
would we all have if we created it? What did you think?
I didn't have an answer. Okay, we can just talk it out. Let's just talk it out.
Okay, so if we all were in a business together.
My question for our icebreaker is if the 4 of us started a business together, what would it be and what would our responsibilities be? And I thought it'd just be fun to like talk it out. Like, what do we think we would do?
But I'd already know exactly what this could be.
Well, what is it?
We would be a destination wedding planning agency. And Evie would handle the aesthetic. Lindsay would handle the travel and the like booking all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would do the photography because that would be the hat that I would wear.
Yeah.
And Courtney would handle the financing of it all and like tell people how to afford it and where they would have the best options to go.
Yes.
I mean, anybody that understands Medicare could do that.
True story, 100%.
And she'd be good at like the planning too, because she
Oh my
likes
gosh, I
checklists.
totally would. I'm so good at that.
You could literally be the event planner.
That was so quick.
That was great.
I thought about it as soon as Lindsay was like, what business could we plan?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah.
Wait,
Evie could
Lindsay
plan
could,
all the backdrops that would be like stunning.
Beautiful.
She does such
Beautiful.
pretty pictures.
Lindsay could also make the cake.
Lindsay could make the cake!
Lindsay can make the cake.
Did you
That's
know Lindsay makes
insane.
cakes?
I
Like,
make cakes.
We could all be the band.
But she does
because
it
my
for
kids
fun.
we
could all sing. I mean, geez, or a one-stop shop.
Y'all,
This is a moneymaker
this
waiting to happen.
podcast gig does not work out. We need to be a wedding destination team and have a business.
That's brilliant.
Doing
guys.
this.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job, Megan.
Dun, dun, dun.
I would have never thought of that.
Right?
No, that's
Never.
perfect.
I know.
I am an idea kind of girl.
Yeah, you are.
I love that. All right. Okay. So today we are talking about striving in business, finding focus, productivity hacks for moms and mompreneurs. Okay. So we are going to kind of push pause on the mompreneurness for this for a second because we're trying to navigate how we're going to handle all of our podcast discussions. And Evie mentioned that maybe she should sit out of our business discussions because she did not technically feel like she has a business.
Mm-hmm.
But the more we thought about it, the more we all feel like the most important business in our lives is the business we do of mothering our children and loving our husbands.
And running a household.
It is the most important thing. Like, and you've all seen those things where it's like, if you tried to replace the mother in the home, how much money would it cost?
Yeah, you'd have to have like a chef and a house cleaner and somebody that runs your finances and all the things.
And then
Driving your kids everywhere.
A chauffeur.
Yeah.
you need to say it like you said earlier. It'd be like a bazillion dollars. It'd be like a bazillion $1 million. You were like doing something on your remarkable.
You think about like all the money you'd have to spend to replace a mom.
Yeah. Say it.
It's true.
It'd be like $1 bazillion.
It is the truth. I love it. Well, we just wanted to share that we do these businesses that we love and they are fulfilling, but we do not need them to be fulfilled in our lives. and that there's a different season of life. Like I can remember when I was in Evie's shoes and I had 3 small children. Photography was not in my life. Travel, not in my life. My life was managing the stewardship of my family. And that is a business.
That's the most important thing we do. That's how I feel. Like, yes, I love what I do and it's fulfilling to me, but my home and family is the most important thing. Okay, I want to tell a story.
Great.
As I was thinking about this one and talking about like being fulfilled, I wanted to talk about when I used to have an Etsy shop. And I talked about it last time about our Sweatsy shop. But if you are feeling like you're having a really hard time, and I know there are a lot of people out there right now that are going to work every day and they're miserable, or they are trying to work on something, or they are stuck doing something that is frustrating. And for a really long time, that was me, where I think we have time and like different times and seasons in our life for things. And while at the time I was really grateful that we were doing that Etsy shop because it provided for our family and gave us what we needed, it was great at the time, but it was not fulfilling to me. And I thought it was great because I was building this business and I built it up really great. And I was like dying and withering on the vine in that room, pressing shirts and cutting vinyl. And it wasn't until I found what I loved, which was travel, because I loved to travel and I wanted to travel more, and becoming a travel agent, that I didn't even know. And I've said this so many times, I didn't even know there was a job out there that existed that would fulfill so many things for me. And so if you're like stuck in what you're doing and you're feeling miserable, and even though like it might not be the thing that fills your cup and makes you feel good, but I found travel and then I started our own agency. And I work more now probably than what I did before, but I wake up every morning excited for what I'm doing and excited to build what I'm building. And I think when you find what your purpose is and what gives you purpose, I think that is when you've found what you're supposed to do.
I love that.
It's hard to find sometimes.
It is really hard because sometimes you just fall into these patterns of just living.
Or opportunities.
Yeah.
You fall into opportunities that help your family.
But here's a question. So your business started out with you making little tiny stickers to go on people's magic bands for Disney trips.
Yeah.
At that time, were you planning Disney trips?
No.
So you just knew you wanted to add some joy to someone's Disney trip.
So I was in insurance. And if you know me at all, insurance is not fun for me.
Yeah, but that was so okay. So in the beginning, the stickers was an
My
escape
outlet, yes.
from the insurance job.
Yes, I had just taken my kid, like my son, to our very first time at Disney as a family. And I saw these little stickers and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could totally make that. I've got a vinyl cutter. And I'm like, let me try these little stickers. And then I was sitting at the table with my dad and I'm like, we were playing cards with my mom and dad. And all of a sudden my phone kept going, ching, 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 ching. And dad was like, what is happening? I'm like, oh, that's my little secret sticker business. And he was like, what? And it had like grown to this big thing. And then it became shirts. So at the time it was like this outlet from the boring insurance job. And then I'm like, but I love this part of Disney and like looking forward to things. What I didn't realize at the time, which I'm really glad I have never thought about this till you brought it up, but was that I was excited about the Disney piece. And then we started making Disney and theme park shirts. And that was our Etsy shop.
So then you started going more.
Yeah. And then I'm like, wait a second.
I really loved this.
I really like this and I want other people. And then I started helping other people as it is. So I'm like, maybe there's something to this.
And then you had all the Disney clients already.
Yes. And then I'm like, wait a second. I love doing this, and different opportunities changed and things changed in my life. And I was like, you know what? What I love about this business now that is more fulfilling than planning a Disney trip and helping people and families travel, which is so, I love it so much to help people connect like we did when we were younger. But what I love is the connection with the agents now. So them connecting, them helping other people, it's like multiplying yourself. And that gives me so much purpose and joy. I love it so much.
I feel like looking at the journey that you have had through life has been beautiful to see how one opportunity has led to another and led to another. And it just makes me think of something I heard this week that says, it doesn't take courage to do the thing. It takes courage to begin the thing. Like, you don't have to have it all figured out right in the beginning.
Kind of like this podcast.
Yeah, exactly like this.
Maybe
podcast.
I live by that mantra. I mean, I'm just saying.
Just start the thing.
But just have the courage to start and be open to being led to do something different.
Yeah.
It took a lot of courage for you to shut down those vinyl machines.
And a lot of prayer, because that was letting go of something that was certain for something scarier. But it has, what's been really funny is like every time that I've done the big scary thing that I had to give something up to do the scary thing. For a little while, it was doing both things so I could build up the things so it wouldn't feel so scary. So if you're doing a side hustle out there and you're exhausted and you're also going to work, kudos on you, because that is building something greater than what you are. And it's amazing. And we're so proud of you. If no one's told you that, we're really proud of you.
It's so hard.
It is.
job.
And you don't hear it. You don't hear it enough. But what is really cool is where I am now. Every experience that I had prepared me for this. And it gave me tools and lessons and skills that I would need to do what I'm doing right now.
That's incredible.
It's really cool.
I really love that.
Pray and have an inspired thought, and then you get the courage up enough to do the inspired thing. It will take you to a place that is so perfect for you, and that is what feels fulfilling to me.
I think it's been really great because I am now a part of said agency that you run. And it has been really beautiful to see Lindsay in that element, impacting people and blessing the lives of other people just because of the gifts that she has. And like, it's just like, I find myself kind of stepping back and having to be like, okay, these people need to appreciate Lindsay and her zone of genius and kind of soak all that up. I feel so blessed because as sisters, we're all so different and we all have different things we're good at. And together we just have all these amazing things. I don't know, guys. I feel really glad we all have each other.
Me too. And it's been really fun to have you at things lately. There was one thing in particular that sometimes when you are doing things that are really hard and like this business, sometimes it's been a lonely thing for me, because when you're like going to help people and to do the things, sometimes it's exhausting and it takes a lot out of you. And to have you there has been really fun, because I'm like, okay, this is my safe person and I can just be myself and like talk through things. And there were several times that I just came back and cried to you because I'm like, this is really hard.
Business is hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I've been talking a lot. What do you want to say, Courtney?
Do you have any thoughts about productivity? Like, how do you stay on focus whenever you are working on business things?
Wicked soundtrack.
Can you listen to music while you work?
Sometimes.
I literally cannot.
Yeah,
can.
it
And
just
I'm so
depends on what
jealous.
I'm
You can
doing.
too?
Just depends on what I'm doing. Not when I'm talking to people. I was thinking about this, and I have a life coach. I have a business coach that helped me when I first started doing insurance. And I was like, this is a great learning opportunity. And they had this really good gig, to get this life coach. If we hit certain goals, they would pay for it and stuff. And so I'm like, single mom starting out, like, oh, this would be really great to learn how to sell. And so I started with this life coach who was paired to me by this like questionnaire thing, right? Or personality kind of thing. And she and you did the same thing, right? And so you went through that whole thing with me. And so she was paired with me because she could tell me when I was needing to step it up. Like, she was like the kind of person that was like, you need to be told when you need to get your butt back on the horse. Like, and this is what you need to do. And so, like,
You do?
yeah, I'm the one that needs to, like,
I would never have thought that.
what?
I'm laughing because that my personality thinks she was like, you need someone to encourage you to do what you already know. Like, so mine was all feelings and yours is like, get it together.
Yeah.
But it's our personality differences.
I mean, I'm trying not to say a cuss word, but like to get your butt in gear, you know, like just do it. And if I'm falling short of a goal or something, like she'd just be like on me to be like, one time she said, all right, if you don't hit this, you got to buy your husband new golf shoes. And I was like, I will never buy him new golf shoes. And she's like, okay, what would hurt for you? Like, what would hurt
What
if
would
you
be a
did
pain
not?
point?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, Jared has like 40 pairs of golf shoes and they're everywhere. And she's like, you got to buy him a new pair. And I was like, no, I would never. Anyway,
did you hit your goal?
of course I did. Yes. That's why I'm so successful. And why Jared has less shoes.
Or just the same amount?
So, I mean, just figuring out what motivates you, you know, like money motivates me, obviously, when I have to give it to other people. So I'd be like, okay, if I don't hit this, then I got to give you like some amount of money that hurts. Like,
I'll be on that list. Next
Sign
time
me
you
up.
don't hit that goal, give
like
me
I
50
will
bucks.
lose 20 pounds or I'll have to pay you $500 because it's like, and everybody wins.
And everybody wins.
Yeah.
Okay, so Courtney, tell me about having a coach. Like, why is that? Because we've been talking about accountability partners in our agency this week.
Yeah.
Tell me what you feel like a coach has done for you.
Well, I've had her for like 8 years, right?
Same person?
Yeah, the same
Wow.
person.
That's
cool.
That's
So
amazing.
she's been with me through my divorce. She's been with me through my emotional depression and all that stuff, my mental health stuff. She's been with me with every single thing I have like learned. Like
Big
whenever I
experience.
started doing AFLAC and Medicare and retirement and, you know, like every single step of the way, she's been a monthly call, you know, to her about what our goals are and things. And I finally met her in person last year. She lived in Colorado and I'd never met her in person.
Whoa.
And she,
Did y'all just have the best hug?
oh, we had the best hug, yes. And Jared got to meet her too. And he's always been on me about having a life coach. Like he doesn't understand the impact it's had on me because he's just trying to save money. But which is fine because he's not the one being coached. So so I was able to see her. She wanted me to speak at their conference. And that was like the keynote speaking thing I had last year at the beginning of the year that I was just so unprepared for and I didn't know what I was doing. And I got interviewed and told everybody my story. And I, you know, whenever I had my books and they all took one. And anyways, so feeling like I've got somebody, I remember thinking there's so many different aspects of things that I do, like mom, and like there's so many hats I have, but there's one person that knows all of those things and helps me figure out how to navigate all of them. And you know, like she's been with me through getting remarried and navigating new marriage and like just all those things. So I mean, having someone has that history with me and now she's a partner in the firm and she charges like $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and I get her for like $250.
That's amazing.
So I'm like, I'm never letting this go. No.
Yeah.
And
That's
now
really
our girl,
cool.
like we always start our calls with, "Hey girl, hey, how you doing?"
I think it's
so-
important to have somebody that pushes you, but in the way that you need to be pushed.
And her name's Christina, and she's with Southwestern Consulting, and she's amazing. And they have all that business, you know, training and all that stuff. But so one of the things she taught me was to control the controllables. That's like the first lesson you have with them. Do you remember that? Yeah. So your controllables are your schedule, your activity, and your attitude. So schedule is, okay, what are your plans? What are you doing? How are you using your time? She made me write down all of the things I do minute by minute the first like week on a legal pad. Like write down everything you do. And then we're going to take that and we're going to see how you're wasting time. We're going to take that list and we're going to see who can do those things for you. we're going to break it down. And it sucked. I hated it. I hated keeping track of my calls, keeping track of any numbers. I'm terrible at that. And so she just kind of found ways to get around that because I didn't do it.
Yeah,
but
that's awesome.
anyways, so yeah, schedule is how you use your time. And I had to send her my schedule every week. So I created my schedule for the week. I had to send it to her. I had to show her where I was doing certain things and green time, red time. I had to learn about all that stuff. And then attitude, was just about your mindset, having a positive attitude, because when you're in sales, like it's all about your mindset. So, and people can smell desperate from a mile away,
Yeah.
And so what was that thing? It's hard to be nervous when your heart is in service. Like that's how I started the business, was just to know, okay, if I'm nervous, I'm not thinking about other people. I'm thinking about myself
and what you need.
Exactly. And what numbers I need to hit, or what I'm trying to sell, or blah, blah, blah. But if have a heart that's in service, like I'm just trying to help somebody, and if they don't need it, that's fine.
And people can feel that. It's an unspoken
they
thing.
can smell it. Yeah,
Totally.
And they can see what your motive is. And then also your activity, like what you do. So you can control what you do and how you react and how, what you do day to day. Also, another tool that I have that I like is my CRM. Like, I can't live without it. It has all of these things, a customer database that I keep up with all my clients. I don't know how people live without them. And I have workflows that each of my assistants, I have 3 assistants. They all do different things. And I have workflows in this CRM that has a process for every single thing we do. So retirement planning, there's a process, like right down to the thank you note. Like someone has a job of writing a thank you note and putting my business card in it and sending it out. And then, like benefits consultation and new hires that are at companies. Each one has a task and each person has a job. So as we get done with something, we click it off that we did it, and it goes to the next person that they need to do this job, right? Like my assistant needs to send out the benefits email because I just did the consultation, So that is awesome. But also there's like a place where you can put all these tasks in, like a task list. I love to-do lists. And so like I get to assign tasks. They can assign tasks to me. They can tell me things are really important. Somebody called that day. So like there's this whole database of things for me to do whenever I sit down at my desk, and I know exactly what to do. So
what I'm hearing you say is you are so good at finding your zone of genius and what you're good at that now you have people that take care of the other things that were taking your time.
Yeah.
And what has it done for your business?
It's exploded. Yeah. Like, cause we've been working with Bo Eason about, the football player, about, showing up and telling your story and all this stuff. And one of the things he says is players only past this point. There's a sign on the wall when he was playing football. Only the players could go past that point. Nobody else could show up. So you got to act like a player. You show up, you do your thing, and you leave, and everything else is taken care of by other people because you just focus on what you do. Whether that's a mom, whether that's travel agent, whether that's like all the other stuff you can get wrapped up in and stuck in the weeds. But figuring out, okay, my zone is to talk to the people. Like that's what makes me happy. Talk to the business owners.
Yeah.
Talk to the business owners. Figure out what their needs are. Now I'm learning how to duplicate that so that there's key things that other people can pick up on. And I say, okay, if they say that they need this, the answer to this question is this, then this is the thing that we think that they should do, and then this is the thing we can show them. So there's like all of these different
your processes.
I'm working on developing system of processes now.
It's hard.
So I'm not excited about that.
No. It's like where creativity and relationships go to die.
And then
but
like
it
this,
will be
and
good.
then this thing comes up on my reels that says Scribe. It does your systems of processing for you. You ever tried that?
No.
No?
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
It was like an ad
We'll do some research.
because I talked to my coach about doing systems of
And
processes.
it heard you?
Yeah, it did.
Creepy.
Anyways.
It is really creepy.
And then the last thing that has saved my life is using a calendar link to set appointments.
Yeah.
Because
You
that
gotta live
has
and die
saved
by
me
your
a
calendar.
million. Yes. So Calendly is the one I use. And I set up my calendar. When I block things off my calendar, it blocks it off my appointment link. And so if someone just texts and says, hey, I need to talk to you about health insurance. So and so sent me over. I send them the link, and then they set up a time, and then that's whenever I show up for consultation. So
I love that.
it's great. Sorry to bore you guys with details.
No, you're fine.
I'm really excited about it.
I think it's really good. It's made me realize that I need to be better about using my CRM system for travel to help with all the details that I forget.
Well, when you watch the recording from our class this week, you'll have it all.
And then
We
you
actually
realize
What
Just
you're
talk about
trying
that.
to say is I should have been at the live class.
Yeah, but you can watch the
But
recording.
here's the thing is like you do all this work for however many years, even your whole life of meeting people and talking to people. You do all of this work. Why would you keep going after new stuff if you had developed these relationships with these people that already know that, you know, like rebookings
Yeah.
for travel agent stuff?
referrals and repeat clients.
And like just life changes, you know, someone has a baby, they need life insurance again, you know, like, so you keep up with that, having that monthly newsletter with all my clients that I've past and present, like just being able to say, hey, I'm still here. This is my family, what we're up to, you know, and I'll get emails back that are like, you know, hey, I need to talk to you about that dental and vision plan. You know, I'm like, great.
In a business where people like there's so much turnover, we feel the same way. Like it is easier to cultivate a relationship and continue a relationship than find a new lead.
100%. Yeah.
So if you treat those people well, they will keep coming back and keep coming back.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I love that. My favorite productivity and hack for running my business is my laundry system.
Yes, I love your laundry system.
Tell us
your laundry
this is a great
system.
mom hack.
So when I had my fifth kid, I recognized that we were always searching for somebody's something in the laundry. Ugh. And it was really frustrating when that kid needed that class t-shirt or
Pantyhose for dance class. That was me this week.
all the things. And I was like, this is really stressful. How can I make this better? And I don't know where I saw it somewhere, but I was like, okay, we put a shelf in our laundry room and everyone has a bucket. And then when things come out of the dryer, we just sort it right into the bucket. Now it takes time and intention to not toss it all into a bucket. There's people in our family who don't always follow the system. He will remain nameless. But some people like to just toss clothes in the basket.
It's easier.
Yeah, it's easier. But it's so funny to me that whenever that happens, like everybody else in the family's like, why didn't they just follow the procedure? Like we just because somebody's got to do it. You take
Trust
it
the
out
process.
and you put clothes in everybody's bucket, and then whenever somebody's like, "Hey, mom, can you find this?" It's like, "Did you check your bucket?" And they're like, "Oh," because what it stemmed from was I remember folding laundry and having everything beautiful, and then finding it in the dirty clothes folded in a pile. And I would find it in the drawer all crumpled up and shoved. And I was like cringy because I'm like, I took the time to make it beautiful so you wouldn't look all wrinkly. They don't care. And in that moment, I thought, if they don't care, why should I care? And I just let it go. And I said, I'm just going to pull it here so they can find what they need. And then they're responsible for making it look nice. Guess what?
Mama Joe rolled in her grave.
Some of the time, some of them, they actually care.
So
You know?
wait, okay, so you pull the laundry out of the dryer and you divide it. You put everybody in their buckets. Do you fold their laundry?
No,
You don't fold it. You just throw it in the bucket.
I just throw it in the bucket.
Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't know she didn't fold it. I just thought she folded it and put it in the bucket.
No, I don't
throw
fold
it
it.
in.
I
Oh
just
my
toss it.
gosh.
It's
For
like
the clean clothes.
yeah,
It's amazing.
clean clothes. They come out, and I'm like, I just come out of the
know.
dryer, toss this kid, this kid, this kid,
I
this
need to
kid,
do
this
that.
kid,
And then
this
they
kid.
just throw it in their drawers and you don't care anymore.
I don't care because I didn't take time to fold it, and so
True.
my thought is like, sometimes they hang it up. Sometimes, I mean, they know what to do with their stuff.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get older, so
Just
people are
wish I
going to
had a
judge them
vinyl-
for their wrinkly shirt. So
Yeah.
I just wish I had a vinyl cutter and some buckets. That's all I need in my life.
Right.
Birthday present, guys. Okay.
vinyl cutter and some buckets.
Vinyl cutter and buckets.
So that reminds me of my mom's laundry hack. She had 4 kids. So this is her laundry hack was the night before like school or whatever, she'd be like, all right, guys, whatever y'all want to wear tomorrow, go put it on top of the washer.
Every night.
Yes.
And then they had their clothes picked out.
And
I
then
mean, that's
she
genius.
wash them and
Just what you
dry
were doing.
them, and then the next day we just go and there it is. That was my mom's
That's
laundry.
amazing.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, to her it was less work instead of like having to divide every guys.
Yes.
Okay, if you're a Latino out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But these Latina moms, when it comes to laundry, if you think like, do y'all do separates like darks, lights?
Yes.
Well, Latina moms, they go further.
Oh,
So
no.
it's like blues, blacks.
No.
Yes. And that's how I do my laundry.
No way.
Yes.
I don't even.
Yes,
sort
because
No wonder it takes so long.
and,
Oh my
and
gosh.
if it says hang
don't.
dry, they hang dry it. If it says,
Holy crap.
wash on delicate, that's separate pile. That's the
They
delicate.
like look at the instructions.
Yes, because they
They
take
don't want to ruin clothes.
care of, exactly.
Yeah, because
yes.
they want them. You have them for a long time.
So that's how I do my
right?
laundry, and
Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
that's probably crazy, but I just can't help it.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It
But
is great.
I guess one productivity hack that I have is that every night before Josh and I go to bed, we make sure that the kitchen is clean and the living room is clean. So that way when we wake up to a clean space and we don't feel, overwhelmed. Yes.
That's great.
Well, probably still feel overwhelmed. Like it helps though, right?
It does help because, oh man, I have to have a clean kitchen. Like clean kitchen, clean bathrooms, that's my thing. They have to be clean. I can't stand it if they're dirty.
All right. Well, if you are listening and enjoyed this business discussion, please leave us a comment on either Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook about maybe something that you struggle with when it comes to productivity so we can talk about it in a podcast episode.
Give us your best hacks. We want to know too. We need all the help we can get.
So if you have a hack,
Yes.
leave it in the comments. If you got a struggle, leave that in the comments. We'd love to hear about it. All right. Until next time.
Keep striving, and we'll see y'all soon.
Thanks for hanging out with us here at Southern Sisters. If you loved today's episode, don't forget to follow us on social media for more laughs, heart-to-hearts, and behind-the-scenes real life. We'd be thrilled if you subscribed to the podcast, left us a review, and shared it with your friends, because life's always better when we're on this journey together. Until next time, keep striving, keep laughing, and keep showing up. We'll see you all back here real soon.